TC Spiritual Shepherd. Welcome back, y'all. I actually want to get into this point talking about overproduction, undertipping, being underappreciated. What is produce? So I actually like to really kind of talk about what is produce, like production, produce, like we are recognized by our fruits. You guys have probably heard, we're recognized by our fruits. We are recognized by our fruits. Okay. I think we're also recognized by our consumption, and I think we are recognized by what we consume. I definitely find a correlation between vampires, energy vampires, between people who are demons, or they have demon type of or possessive energy, or attachment energy, insecure attachment energy, negativity, any type of intercorrelation between vampire energy, demonic energy, parasitic energy, leech energy. It is connected to overconsumption. The same projections happen onto people who are overproductive, like these. These are the same projections that happen. Workaholic, all they do is do all the time. They continuously are working. They feel like they're better than everybody else. People feel like they're better than everybody else. They come off as arrogant. They come off as overconfident. I'm going to be honest. Somebody's confidence level at a high level, if somebody's at a lower confidence level, they might see that differentiation between this level and this level as arrogance. But that's just an inner confidence, an internal knowing. This is facts, but I think that people do not have the eyes to see that. They might not even hear the right lessons from this person, because they will see it as an egoic point of view. Now, a big thing too about overproduction is produce is all connected to the spirit. It's called what? Fruits of the spirit. Okay? Not the ego, not the flesh. What is the flesh? It's all tied into how you look, what clothes you have, what car you drive, how much money you're making, your friends, your family, how many people are following you, whether you have a blue check mark, whether you're liked by a lot of people. That's still alpha and beta male, and even alpha beta energy without any type of gender association to it. It's always still alpha beta connection to it. I think that there's nothing said about the sigma, that I don't need to ask for your validation for my existence to be validated. I validate my existence. Okay, I don't need you to fuck with me. I fuck with me. I don't need you to fuck with me. I fuck with me. There's a different energy that is correlated. And overproduction is also intercorrelated with, like you work a lot, or you do a lot of videos every day, or you're working on so many different opportunities, options, businesses, whatever. Okay, there's always what is being implied. Like, what are you implying? What are you implying? Well, I'm implying that, like, not only do people can people heed my knowledge, know my knowledge, and comprehend my knowledge, but I think that there's a correlation between how you actually emote to the world versus how you decide to receive emotion from the world. And when you don't need a lot of things, like when you go into solitude, and when you could just be yourself, when you could just gravitate, be yourself, be who you want to be, correlate with who you want to correlate with, or if that is yourself and just be in solitude, a lot of people don't understand that. Like, a lot of family members, friend members, a lot of people just don't get it. They think that it's like you think you're better than them. It has nothing to do with that. A lot of times it doesn't even have to do with the ego. It doesn't even have to do with the stuff, with the material, with the physical realm. It has everything to do with, what is that being feeling? How is that being? What emotions is that being emoting or emitting? What thoughts is this being thinking. Okay, and that's the different, it has nothing to do with physicality. Do they speak differently than you? Do they think differently than you? Do they feel differently than you? Then they're not you. And it's important that I am me and you are you. That I don't have to be you. That's the importance of you. And I'm not even shitting on you. I'm actually saying that it's really good that you could be who you are and I could be who I am. I respect you. Just because I don't resonate on the same frequencies necessarily doesn't mean that I don't respect you. And overproduction and overconsumption is tied with this. That people, there are such things as rich minimalists. Minimalists meaning minimalist in their consumption, but rich and enriched in life and in the way that they produce or in their fruits of the spirit. He or she is like a tree, and that tree produces fruits, and that fruits is what? We are recognized by our fruits, by our deeds, by how we act, by what we believe that we have, by how we think, by what we say, by who we are, by how we are being. We are recognized by this. Okay? And so even when people talk about you, talk behind your back, say anything to you, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. Remember, life is intuitive. Life is an intuitive thing. So that means that it has everything to do with the internal. So I am not what you think I am. You are not what I think you are. You're what I think you think I am. Or it's like how I believe about you is not necessarily the truth, but it's how you think I think about you and how you correlate between that, or how I think you correlate about me. So there's, and then it's like, okay, I associate with this person, you associate with this person. So, and I think too that there's resonant frequencies that we resonate on. There are specific vibrational people and wavelengths and beings that we resonate with, and certain people that we don't resonate with. And I have this big thing of like solitude. I need long bouts of solitude. And the bouts of solitude come from like trusting myself rather than always having to place my trust in other people. Things that I can't control necessarily. And I also would say too that with consumption, when you always need something, what is that really for? It's for an external validation. Like, yeah, it could be an internal validation, but you learn that internal validation from what? Something external. When we were born into this world, we were never born like, I'm gonna get a fucking Mercedes or a Ferrari, so then it's just for, you know, so then I tell myself I'm successful. Even if it is that, it's still some type of validation that way. And I'm not saying like you can't validate yourself. I'm not saying that you can't be validated by others, but I'm saying that like only at specific times. Like there's certain timing that is correlated and cultivated with this type of stuff. And I think a big factor is we lack production. We lack overproducing, building, cultivating, helping people, building for people, training people, coaching people, teaching people, whatever. But we're always about what can I get for free? What can I get from this person? How can I vampire this person? How can I consume this person's energy? How can I suck this person dry? How can I get the most out of this person for free? When it's like, have you put in the fucking work? Are you willing to actually invest in yourself? Or are you just going to bitch out of your own life? Are you going to bitch out of the things that you really need to do in your life? Or are you going to just like expect entitlement, expect things to be handed to you, have handouts and all this type of shit in your life? Or are you going to be like, no, I'm not going to ask for a handout. I'm going to hand myself it within. I'm going to build myself within. I'm going to cultivate my intelligence within. Okay? All this type of stuff. That's pretty much it, guys. Peace, much love. Namaste. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.